S13 set to lock for the right to remain unbeaten. And we're off in week 4. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Go now, 50, plant.
On first down, Curtis takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Looking to throw on second down. Riley, he's going to loft this one deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 70 yards.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on it. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself a good chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll set up to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. That's complete. Right around the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Saints passing game in sync with the ball. It's a to the line of scrimmage. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
We got 4. We got 4.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Rip right, rip right.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 4 yards out. And his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players...
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Back to throw. Riley. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Down. 8 lead.
On 2nd down, it's Curtis. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
70, Indy. Kill.
From the gun, Riley. Throwing right, and that's complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Seems to me that our friend, Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Throwing to start the drive. Riley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 3rd down, Riley. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
So here are the Saints to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a pickup of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him, though. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression? 3 yards in the clock.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
You see me?
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, going to look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Point after, right down the middle. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. Riley. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
It's good, man.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Cunningham. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Riley. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. The Vikings send out their punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw here on first down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike, 58, right there. I got it. Motion. 58, the mic. The mic. Here we go. Watch the edge.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man on the out route. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll drop the throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very full game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Go! 60 outlaw. Hey, come on,
Operating the gun. Riley firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Riley. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. This quarterback now, just one misfire so far after that last completion, 15 of 16. It's first down. Now handoff here was running back. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
That's going to be a long day.
From the gun, Riley. The hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
And we'll find this man on the outside. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. And now look at him go. He's at the 50, takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points.
You got to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man. You can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one.
It certainly has. It's been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Riley. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Riley, nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Fielded at about the 28. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I can tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and tell him to go back total at this point. You just go ahead and play.
12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
Check 26, check 26.
Second and 1. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
12 yards there, first down Vikings. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
The Vikings send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Saints, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.